Hey guys, it's Miss Owens, and we are going to check over our answers today. Now that you have finished reading your Scholastic News and you have answered your back page questions, I hope you like the Scholastic News. I thought that this was a really neat one, and it was kind of funny about the cows, I thought. So also there were a ton of text features in the Scholastic News. So I hope that you had your good scavenger hunt and detective eyes, and you were able to look and find those text features that we learned about previously in our other lessons. Let's look at this page first. And this is for question number 1, number 2, and number 3. These are all questions from a diagram. If you notice that this was a diagram, um, awesome job. But it also didn't just say it was a diagram. It's also something else. Think about these things right here. They have arrows. I'm going to give you a second to think. The little arrows. All right, you've had a few seconds. If you said that this looks like a thinking map that we do a lot in class, especially during writing time, then you guys are awesome. I'm so proud of you because you're right. It is like a thinking map. It's actually like a flow map. A flow map we use in writing to tell us the steps or the sequence of something. And that's exactly what they did here in the Scholastic News. They told us the sequence of a sea turtle's life. It says sea turtles can live 50 years or more. Here are the 4 main stages in a sea turtle's life cycle. A lot of times when you see a life cycle, they will represent it using a diagram like this thinking map. This is a flow map, the arrows. So great job, guys, if you recognize our thinking maps, because you know that's one of my favorite things. I love using a thinking map to help us learn. So the first step in a sea turtle's life, or the first part of the stages, is the egg. It says a mother sea turtle can lay more than 100 eggs in one nest, and she covers the eggs with sand. So that's the very first thing right there. Next, it is a hatchling, step number 2. After about 2 months, the eggs hatch. And the babies, called hatchlings, race to the ocean, and currents carry them out to sea. That is so sweet. If you've ever seen that before, oh my goodness, I saw it happen on the beach. Oh, the sweetest thing in the world, you guys. You would love it. The next stage, stage number 3, is the juvenile stage. And that's when the young turtles stay near the surface of deep ocean waters. Many float on seaweed and eventually they swim closer to shore. So this is when they stay close to the surface. And then the last stage, the 4th stage in the sea turtle's life cycle, sea turtles become adults between the ages of 12 and 30. Adults live in the sea and migrate to find food. Females return to the beach where they hatch to lay their own eggs. And then once they start laying eggs, the females lay the eggs, it starts all over. The eggs then turn to hatchlings, then they're juveniles, then they're adults, and then it starts all over again. So that is why they used this type of flow map or text feature to show a sea turtle's life. So question number 1 says, what is a turtle called when it first leaves its egg? What is a turtle called when it first leaves its egg? Go ahead and look at our diagram now to see what is a turtle called when it first leaves its egg. If you went to phase 2 or stage 2 of the life of a sea turtle's life and saw that it says after 2 months the eggs hatch, babies called hatchlings race to the ocean, and you put hatchlings down for question number 1, then you have been a great detective. I'm going to highlight it. It says after 2 months, the eggs hatch, babies called hatchlings race to the ocean. Number 2, name a reason adult sea turtles migrate. Name a reason adult sea turtles migrate. If you found over here in the adult section, it says adults live in the sea and migrate to find food. If you put they migrate to find food, then you got your answer correct. Great job, guys. Be sure to use your story or your text features or just the text or the photographs even sometimes to answer your questions. Don't ever take a guess. All right, and the last one says, where does a female sea turtle go to lay her eggs? Where does a female sea turtle go to lay her eggs? If you said the beach, then you are correct. It says females return to the beach where they hatched to lay their own eggs. So females return to the beach. Awesome job. If you got 3 of those correct, great work. If you got 2 or 1 correct, or even if you missed all of them, but you still tried your best, great work. My main thing I'm going to tell you is don't forget to find your answers in your text. Got it? All right. The next ones are questions 1 through 6, and these are based off of the stories that you read earlier. So, oh, there goes the dog. So these are based off your stories that you did earlier. So you may have used your magazine to go back and find your answers, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You need to go back into your magazine and find your answers. So the answer to question number 1 from the story, Can Cows Change the Climate? It says, what is the article mainly about? Can cows change the climate? What's this article about? The correct answer for number 1 was D, how experts are helping cows produce less gas. It's kind of silly. It's actually really silly, isn't it? But they can help change the climate if they have less gas, which is kind of crazy. All right, now we've checked number 1. Number 2, greenhouse gases are gases that blank. What are they? They are B, gases that trap heat from the sun in the Earth's atmosphere. That was straight from the story. Straight from the story. If you got this wrong, then you need to make sure you are going back into your story to find your answers. These are all in there, guys. Question 3, you can infer from the articles that cows, now infer is a big word. That means what can we conclude? What can we guess based off what we know in the article using our clues? Using our clues, what do we know about cows, or what can you infer about cows? The question to answer number 3 is A. They eat plants to live. Cows eat plants to live. Question number 4, which detail supports the answer to question 3? So now that you know question 3 is A, eats plants to live, which one of these sentences goes with that or supports that? The correct answer is C. Microbes break plants down into parts that cows need. So this part right here matches eats plants to live. It says plants. And if it says supports, we know, and we call this our cheat method in class, because that means we have to find matching words. Supports mean matching words. So plants is in this one. This one says microbes break plants down. So we know they match, they go together, they support each other. Good job if you remembered that, guys. Question 5. This is from the story, Stop That Thief. It says, the investigator helps sea turtles by, if you put C, locating poachers who steal their eggs, then you were correct. Good job. Okay, our very last one is, which phrase explains the meaning of the word raids? Raids. Everyone say raids. If you put B, he steals the eggs. Then you were correct. Which phrase explains the meaning of the word raids? It's he steals the eggs. If you put B. Awesome job. Good job checking over your work, guys. I hope that you use your story checking over this, because you're going to have to do one of these and turn them in to me later this week. So I really want to see your great answers with your evidence, okay? Awesome job, guys. Give yourself some clicks. Good job, and see you later. Bye, guys.